Grace and peace, my dear brothers and sisters. This week we celebrate the Feast of the Divine Mercy, the first Sunday after Easter, where we reflect on the devotion of the Divine Mercy as revealed to Saint Faustina. In this week's Gospel, we hear from John chapter 20, verses 19 to 31. And in it we see Jesus appearing to the disciples for the first time and the second time after the resurrection. And we all know the story. The first time Jesus comes, Thomas is not with the disciples. And so when Thomas comes back to see the disciples, he says in verse 25, "Unless I can see the holes that the nails made in his hands, and can put my finger into the holes they made, and unless I can put my hand into his side, I refuse to believe." And so St. Thomas is left in this state of unbelief. And then the Lord comes back. In verses 26 to 29, we see Jesus coming back to the disciples and saying, "Peace be with you." And he immediately addresses Thomas and says, "Put your finger here. Look, here are my hands. Give me your hand. Put it into my side. Do not be unbelieving anymore, but believe." And so we see the divine mercy of the Lord. He comes to help our unbelief. He says, whatever happens to you, believe in me. Do not be unbelieving. He says, do not be unbelieving anymore, but believe. And so on this feast day, let us also not be unbelieving. Let us believe in the Lord. Let us trust in his mercy, so that we too may hear Jesus' words. We may fulfill Jesus' promise in verse 29 when Jesus says, "Blessed are those who have not seen and yet believe." Let us be those people who yet, even though have not seen the Lord, believe in him. Let us trust in the Lord's mercy. Let us believe in him. Praise the Lord.